Hey, greetings. I'm Leroy Trusty, and I'm your instructor for this class. Hopefully you're in the right class, you're in safety. Hey, I thought I'd take a moment, have a fireside chat with you regarding class. First off, I want to welcome you to class. Safety 311. The subject is on industrial safety. I have a lot of background in that. Well, looking at it, last time I looked is about 30 some years. So, doing a lot of work in that area, I have in the past, and I still do on occasion. Always asked to consult or give my opinion on some safety issues. Been teaching for Embry-Riddle since '95, and at one point I was teaching a lot of grad and undergrad courses in a variety of areas, aviation safety primarily. So I have a lot of experience in the aviation side because, well, for 22 years I spent my time in the Air Force. First part of my Air Force career, of course, was in munitions. And I worked in a career, it was a 461, a BB stacker is what I was. But part of that was also having to work with explosive safety, either as a augmentee for explosive safety, or nuclear surety, or missile safety, or that as a QA, quality assurance. I had an opportunity when B1B was being bed down at DIAS to move into the safety office. They need somebody that had some subject matter expertise in explosive, and then I did quite a lot of work in the area of nuke surety, the PRP programs, and a lot of areas in that. So I made that transition. And then afterwards, I started teaching for Embry-Riddle after I retired from the Air Force. Worked with various companies. Worked for Ally Signal for a while as a system safety engineer. Did a lot of system safety engineering type work in various consulting areas, mostly consulting for government contract work. And then with a company out of California, California Safety Institute, Southern California Safety Institute, make sure I get that right. And did a lot of consulting internationally as far as safety is concerned. A lot of work addressing a lot of the issues that maybe different airlines had, a lot of different airports had, and different government agencies as well. So I did a lot of that as well from the safety standpoint. Now, of course, some of the other areas, of course, in industrial safety, construction safety, mining safety is another area that I didn't get a whole lot of exposure to, but enough. The oil and gas industry is another area that I spent some time with. Presented a few papers and worked with an oil and gas company down in southern Colorado. And so that's where a lot of my safety background is. Currently, as I'm making this video, I'm the director of e-learning for a school in Maryland, Bel Air, Maryland. But I'm coming to an end of that. And I'm going to go back into consulting and do some work like that, do some traveling around. So that's how it's going to be. Probably by the time you get this video out. Come to think of it, class starts at 16. So yeah, I'm done. I'm going to be probably in my RV with my wife and go and visit grandkids. How about that? Anyway, that's where we're going to be. That's how it is right now. Hoping to get back into some consulting from that aspect. Let's talk about the class. Make sure you read the syllabus. Make sure you read the outline. I am very particular, let me bring this out, I'm very particular about how we do assignments. You've got to make sure you have good citations. Don't just give me a general, it's a 1910 issue. No, it isn't a 1910 issue, it's a 1910.235 E1F5. Make sure that you get some good detail. Make sure that you understand what's going on as well, because that's really key. Other than that, let's see, what's it? Besides that, on the assignments and any work, discussions, make sure that you get involved in the discussions. Don't just give your point of view. Make sure you communicate with the other students as well. I really look at it as a minimum of 2 other comments. I prefer 3. When you look at the grading of it, how thorough and deep, I know a lot of it is, I agree, that really would satisfy, but really, what are you trying to say? Why do you agree with an individual, or why do you disagree with them? That's discussion side. Assignments, as I said, making sure that you have good citations, because that's also important when it comes time to grade, because I don't know, when I see not what the answer key says, I'm not going to go and try to guess why you picked another citation. So you need to really have a good explanation for that. And the last thing I want to talk about, of course, is the choice that you have regarding a paper and or presentation. Well, I mean, it's a paper or presentation. I treat the presentation just as the paper. If you have citations, you'd better be good, thorough citations. And if you have references, better be good, thorough references as well. One of the things about the presentation, I do not like to see pictures that have come off the web unless you were there when those pictures were taken. I see a lot of pictures that are from third world countries. Has nothing to do with what we're doing here in the U.S. I know it looks good, and you can always cite the reasons why that individual is a bonehead for doing whatever that person is. Try to do your paper, your presentation analysis on your job site, or a job site somebody has allowed you to come in, because that is the key thing. Okay, it's one thing to look at a picture and have an idea, but I'll get a picture of a mishap that I was involved with, or I have all the paperwork on it, and the citation is not where it's supposed to be. Okay, I'm really a stickler about that. I'll be honest with you. I'm a stickler to no end. I mean, your presentation has to have a cover letter or a cover page, and it has to have all the information that your paper does. As far as your paper is concerned, if you use TPLs and 29 CFR 1910 as your two sole sources, I'll tell you, I'm marking you down. You need to do some research on this. There's a lot of documentation out there. Make sure you have your resources there, minimum of 4 or 5, and not TPLs or the 1910. Okay? Those are some of the key things. I'm really a stickler about that. And so those are things I want you folks to be aware of. I do have a page. It's down further in the discussions of my take on what is necessary in the class. Those are some of the key things. Anyway, that's what I have right now. You'll see a lot of videos from me as this course progresses. I continue to do these. In the meantime, prepare yourself, do the reading, look at the syllabi, take a look at the course schedule, make sure that you're on top of it. If you have any problems at all, make sure you contact me via email. Okay? With that, I'm going to say happy studying.